Today we're going through some of the best budget-friendly mods I've done to my GX, and some of them are super cheap, some of them are more involved, but all of them made my rig either look better or feel better. Make sure you stick around if your GX is lifted, because near the end of the video, I get into some modifications that are budget-friendly that help the GX after it's lifted to return it to feel like factory. That was a tongue twister. First up on budget-friendly mods, we have headlights. Now, I have never replaced these headlights, but I was blessed enough to have new headlights on this car when I bought it. But I think headlights are one of those things that help make the car look that much better. You know, these old cars, most of them have the original headlights and they're cloudy, yellowing, and just overall don't look crystal clear. And it's honestly not too bad to replace them. I found some online and they were ranging about, I think, high 200s to low 300s, and you can go with a aftermarket option, the GX470 headlight lookalike. But the only thing I would look out for on those headlights is I've heard from other owners that have those headlights that the light output isn't the best from them. But that leads into my next mod, and that is getting LED headlight bulbs. This is super budget friendly.
Kind of hard to see, but right down in there, I'll put a little circle over it. That's what we're gonna be replacing. So I'm just gonna throw it in real quick and hopefully it works.
I put some LED headlight bulbs in this thing, and it's a night and day difference between stock, yellow, halo. I don't know if they're halogen or what they are, but LED headlights are just an insane difference. Lights up the road. It's easy to fix and easy to replace. So you got two options for headlights, OEM or the aftermarket Alibaba ones. Those are the budget options, I would say. There are some way more expensive options, but we're not gonna get into those. Next up, we have bumper cut. If you're not ready to spend, you know, a couple thousand on metal bumpers, I think a bumper cut is definitely one of the best ways to make your GX look more aggressive without doing a lot. Same with the front. Even if you don't have massive tires, like you don't need to have massive tires to make a bumper cut look good. Like, this thing is honestly looking pretty proper with just a bumper cut, and it's insanely cheap. I think this mod is 100% worth it if you're not trying to spend that much more on bumpers, because it really gives you a nice aggressive look with a very cheap price. Now we're going to get into a couple small exterior mods I've done that you don't notice that much, but it's those small details that add those nice touches to the rig. Coming in first, we have these LRD stickers. Now these are super easy to install. They were 20 bucks off Etsy. They might be a little bit more now, but super easy to install, and it adds a nice touch to the truck or rig. This install was, I mean, you really just need some patience for it. I'd say it's worth it if you're trying to go for that vibe of kind of the TRD style rig. And then on top of that little touch, we have window moldings. I guarantee half of you watching this video probably still have the stock window moldings, and I bet they are falling apart. Mine were falling apart before I did it, and I'm super happy I replaced it because one, I got rid of the chrome, and two, the window molding is actually existing now. It's not disappeared. All in all, these two mods, the decal and the window moldings, I'd say are also 100% worth it. The decal might be on, you know, a little personal preference side of things, but that's fine. Window moldings, 100%, you should do it if you haven't already. Now we're gonna start with the interior. I feel like there's a bunch of budget mods you can do to the interior of the car, but this is also where some of the controversy starts, because a lot of people like the wood grain or to like keep it OEM. I feel like I kind of went balls to the walls and got rid of everything and changed it all up, but personal taste, and I think it makes it more sporty, even though this truck is slow. I gotta stop saying truck. Let me know in the comments, do you consider a GX a truck? Because I feel like everyone calls it a truck, but it doesn't have a bed. But I don't know. First mod we got is the dash cover. Now personally, I love this mod. I think it's a lot better than all the Amazon dash covers out there. All the Amazon dash covers just, I feel like, don't look good, and they don't really cover up all the areas that you would want them to. Budget-friendly mod, protects your dash if your dash needs protecting. Mine's already kind of cooked. I believe it makes the interior look more modern and nice. 100% worth it. This next one is also super cheap. I believe the parts for it are probably less than 10 bucks, or if not, less than 20 bucks. And that is interior LED lights. Now these are kind of spread throughout the whole car. We have some right there. Every spot that there was, you know, the old yellow lights, I replaced them with new LED ones. Another spot of controversy here. A lot of people don't like the LED look because it is bright and it's not that soothing, I'd say. It's very budget friendly for what you get. You get a lot of light output, and if you're camping all the time, like the door lights, the LED door lights when you open the door help a ton. Perfect beginner mod though for the lights. All these mods are kind of super beginner friendly. I mean, not even beginner friendly, they just don't take a lot of time and effort. It's not like you're taking apart your full front suspension and swapping in something. I mean, realistically, all these mods, not all of them, but most of them shouldn't take you more than, you know, like 15 minutes. Another thing that I love about the interior is the wood is gone. I replaced it with a nice satin black wrap, and the way I like wrap is if you don't like it, you know, after a week or two, you can always just take it off and then have the wood grain back. But I completely deleted it, as you can see. This one's kind of very personal opinion. Some people love the wood. I didn't as much, but it looks good in my eyes. I'd say it's worth it. We're heading to the back for this next mod, and this is my rear hatch table that is custom made. Probably asked once a week about this hatch table. Probably not once a week, but a decent amount, and it's super handy, especially when camping and just putting parts on. Holds a decent amount of weight. I don't have a video on this, but when I built it, I used the blueprints from GX Base Camp and then modified it to my liking. The GX Basecamp one was kind of way smaller. I didn't have this. Cut it so it would work with the handle still. I still need to get a handle, actually. Piano hinges at the bottom, and it's not drilled into the metal. You'd have to check the GX Basecamp because I don't remember. I think these are called ladder hatches, ladder hatch things. I don't know what they're called, but these are just tapped into the plastic and it holds it up pretty good. Gives it a nice, clean, sleek look. These are just held on with paracord with a little washer. Worth it though, 100%. Place to camp at, place to put stuff, just comes in handy when you don't think you'll need it. This mod we're not gonna go over too much, but that is your speakers. I replaced the mid-range speakers, the loudspeakers, and the subwoofer in the back. But the speaker that made the most difference is the loudspeaker, the 6x9 loudspeaker from Powerbase. That thing does insane work. It's under 100 bucks. I made a full video on the speaker install, so if you are interested in the speakers, check it out up here. It should be this corner or the other corner. Great video, tons of information. Last but not least, for the interior, my beloved steering wheel. I honestly like it a lot. It gives it a more sporty feel. Flat bottom steering wheel, some nice grips, and it's like perforated leather right here, and then goes into this nice black leather. You're not gonna believe it, but it's from eBay, and it was also pretty cheap for a steering wheel. Improves the driving experience so much more than you would think. Makes me feel like I'm driving a 2025 GX550. It does the job, makes it look nice, feels good, it's fun to look at. I love it. Worth it, 100%. Now we're gonna get into, this is a little segment for if your GX is lifted, or I mean if you plan on lifting it, this will be some good information for you. Right down there is my PCK from Dr. KDS. Corrects the pan hard so it sits level again, or not completely level, but better than it was. But it basically corrects it because it used to be sitting down here, and now it's sitting like it was at a super aggressive angle, and now it's flat. And just overall helps with drivability on the highway. Before, my GX would drive, like whenever I hit a bump on the highway, it'd be bouncing around a lot. Like it wouldn't track straight. Like you'd always have to be correcting the steering wheel. It just feels more planted overall. Before, the GX did not feel planted, and now it's planted to the ground and it's glued. And it looks pretty cool too. Nice little touch to the silver wheels. If you're lifted, do it 100%. Watch the video I made to see if you actually need it. That's probably the most important part, is measuring your bolt height difference. And I walked through that all in this video right here. Now, we're gonna get into something that I didn't film, unfortunately, when I did it, and I don't know why. But that is my rear sway bar from Nolithane, and then I'm running 2nd gen 4Runner end links in the rear. It's kind of hard to see, but right here is the Nolithane rear sway bar. And then, if you look right here, those are sway bar end links from a 2nd gen 4Runner, surprisingly. And they work perfectly. They're a lot more longer than the stock ones, so it just provides the sway bar with more room to play and allows my GX to flex more off the road. Super, I mean, not really budget friendly, but helps a lot because I'm not running front sway bars, and the rear sway bar is just very restricting, especially if you have long travel. So with this heavy duty sway bar and then these different end links, it helps a lot. It makes it so I have more articulation and my car doesn't feel like it's gonna roll over when I'm going down the highway. This is why I saved this one for last, to be honest, because it's not budget friendly at all, but it does make your car look a whole lot better, feel a whole lot better, and function a whole lot better. That is wheels, tires, and a lift kit. This isn't really budget. You can do this budget friendly. You can do it budget friendly by going on Facebook Marketplace. I bet you can find a set of wheels and a set of tires for under $1,000 any day of the week. Granted, they might not be in the best condition, this and that, but under $1,000 helps a lot, especially with wheels and tires that are this big, because these are some pretty big boys. They're not the biggest boys, but the bigger you go, the more expensive the boys are. And then lift kit as well. There is a budget option you can go, and that's either just getting rid of the airbags and putting springs and different shocks in there, which could be cheaper. And same with the front. Actually, I don't know with the front. There's no really good budget option for lift kits, unfortunately. If there is, comment down below, because I'd be interested to hear. But I would say wheels, tires, and lift are some of the biggest changes you can make, but they also come at a price. So those are some of the budget-friendly mods that I've done to my GX. Like I said, some are super cheap, some are more helpful, and some might cost a lot in the end if you plan on doing them. If you're just starting out your GX build or any car build in general, you don't have to do everything at once. Start with the small stuff first, figure out what you want to use the truck for, and then go from there and whatever works best with your budget. I think that's probably the most important thing, is finding out what you actually want to use the truck for. Is it just going to be a daily driver? Is it going to be, a weekend warrior? Is it going to be a road trip vehicle? Or is it going to be a straight up blown rock crawler? There's a lot of different options and ways you can go with it, and that changes what you actually do to it. Drop a comment and let me know what budget mod you would do first on your GX. And if you want to see more GX470 content, building it, overlanding, camping, off-roading, all that good stuff, make sure you subscribe, because we got a lot more coming for this thing. We'll see ya. Drive safe.